Hey there, it's Angela with Sister Chicks Picks. Welcome to my pretend craft show. Today I'm trying to do a Chalk Couture transfer. What Chalk Couture is, it's a paste that you use a silk screen transfer, and you create these beautiful home items or shirts or whatever you want to put it on. It actually is pretty amazing. I think we've posted a couple items on our Facebook page that my sister Bunny and I have done together, or she's done and I've done, or we've just worked on. We're trying to master our skills at this. Anyway, today I'm going to do one of our Chalk Couture boards, and I'm trying to make a gift for my mom for her birthday, which was yesterday, and I'm a bad daughter and didn't get her a gift, but whatever. So anyway, I'm going to do this larger transfer, which I am not used to. I've never done a big one this big. So bear with me while we learn. This is what a Chalk Couture transfer is like. And it's real sticky. And if you can see, it's got like a silk screen portion to it. And that's where the chalk goes in. So everything that you see in white is actually where your chalk color goes. So the green part is just kind of protective, but these are really sticky. So what you have to do is you have to fuzz them. And what that means is you put them on a cloth, your shirt, whatever, and you pick the transfer and you fuzz it on a cloth so that it isn't as sticky. And the reason for that is when you want to remove the transfer from the surface, you want to make it as easy to remove as possible. So you usually do it about 3 or 4 times to just pick up some lint and then put it onto your board or surface. So for the sake of time, I've already done that to this big transfer. And what I'm going to use is our Chalk Couture white. This comes in many, many colors. I don't know if you can see my box over here, but I've got a few of the colors. And I'm going to do honeydew, and I'm going to do buttermilk. So like I said, this is the first time I've ever worked with a transfer this large, and I'm trying to do this portion, the vine or leaves in the green, and the little, I think it's wheat because it's a bread theme, in yellow, and then the Give Us This Day, the lettering, I want to do that in white. So what I'm going to try and do is use one of our transfer backers so that as I progress down the board, I can lift this up and not have it pull away, because if you let the chalk get too dry, then it doesn't stick as well. So you kind of have to work quickly, get your transfer up, and do some protective measures to make sure that your chalk stays on your board. So, sorry about my arm crossing over the scene. We have different size squeegees. There's a mini squeegee, little baby one, and then a little small size, and then a larger size. Now the larger one I'm going to use to do the white areas, because I think I'm going to need a lot of coverage quickly in that. For these bigger green areas, I'm going to use this size squeegee, and then for the little bitty wheat stalks, I'm going to use the small one. So we're going to start with showing you how the paste should look. When you open up your chalk paste, you need to give a few stirs to make sure that it's all mixed up. And it should be, this is a good consistency, like a marshmallow fluff consistency. This looks good. And what you do is you just put it down on your board. Ooh, my board's rotating. You don't need to use a whole lot. You're already picking up, and you just pull it through. You really only need to cover your silk screen area. And as you can see, there was plenty of chalk on there. So pull this through, swipe again. See all that excess? You just put that right back into the pot. That way you can use it for another project. This is actually a really cool company and very inexpensive starter kit of $99. And you get transfers, and you get some chalk pots like this, and I actually just love the way it works. So I'm going to take my other squeegee dip into the buttermilk. Ooh, that's a lot as well. And just pull through to get the little wheat stalk. Or what I'm considering wheat. No, maybe it's barley. Maybe it's barley bread. Maybe they're asking to give us this, our daily bread in barley or rye. I don't know. So here we go. We're going to pull this back, and when you pull your transfers, you want to pick it up from a corner, but you don't want to pull from the corner because then you'll stretch your transfer. So you pull it back, and voila. Now the chalk does dry fairly quickly, but of course that wasn't dry. So I'm going to go back down. I'm just going to pick this back, screen through that again. Maybe I can fix that. Like I said, trial and error, people. I'm an impatient person, so my sister, who is very patient, does a lot better at this than I do. Not bad though, not worrying about it. So I'm just gonna let this dry. I should have had a blow dryer. Most people have a little blow dryer that they use to help the process some. I am gonna go back through and clean up these areas. The cool thing with this Chalk Couture paste is you can just take a little bit of water and it comes off. So it's not really permanent. It was just a little dried fleck. I'm gonna blow on this. But what I'm gonna do is, like I was explaining earlier, I'm gonna try and use my transfer paper here. Don't want it to get all the way down. To cover this area that I've already chalked, to protect it, and then go back through and push that down and do the white area, do this larger area. And you just push it down. You can use your finger. A lot of people like to use the squeegee to get any air bubbles out. I like to use my finger because then I can kind of feel. So since this one is a bigger area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the white, and I'm just going to kind of plop some paste down in different areas. It's kind of a lot of paste, but we'll see. And then just kind of pull it through. So I do want to use my larger squeegee on this to see if I can get some good quick coverage. I know, people, I'm a lefty, so I probably look really awkward to you, but that's okay. Lefties have lives too. We craft. My sisters always tell me how awkward I look to them. I think they're just jelly because they're not a lefty. But it truly is a right-handed world because I just recently got this envelope punch board because at Sister Chicks Picks, we try all different kinds of crafting. Not that we're masters of any, but we're definitely jacks of all trades. Anyway, I got a punching board, and it's, you have to score, but you score from the right side. So it's, as a left-handed person, I'm trying to score down this way, and it's just not going well. So definitely tools of the trade are made for right-handed people. So because I do need a little more paste, and this big one has a lot of excess on it, you can see I'm just going to pull it off, dab it back on, and pull it back through. It looks like I have some good coverage. Getting this first time I've used this larger squeegee, so I just want to make sure that the silk screen areas are covered. Now I'm going to quickly go back in, dip into my honeydew, try to get this little portion done quickly. not going to worry about picking up the excess so much on this because I'm not going to dip it back in because I kind of had some cross-contamination. Going to go into the buttermilk. And pull that through. Get good coverage. That looks good. And I'm going to pull this back. Okay, my G looks like it needed a little help, so I'm going to just try and gently lay this back down. Get my little squeegee. Fix that G. Yeah, it's good enough for me. Sure, it's good enough for my mom too because, you know, after all, this is just a gift from her favorite daughter. You know, when you have a bunch to choose from, you got to pick one. And I know she picked me. Even though she won't vocalize it, I know it's me. So this is cool. So what I want to do is let this dry again. If I had planned, I would have had my little blow dryer out here. But I'm just going to kind of fan it. Oh, maybe my little sheet will work well. Look at that, multi-purpose tool. Boom. And you can see where little specks of chalk caught on here. You can either just pick them off, or like I said, this is a very forgiving product. A little Q-tip with some water on it will clean up areas that you, you know, may have gone over, or the transfer may have bled. All right. And again, I'm going to use this. Just want to make sure to kind of cover up that area. My transfer is still in place. Just going to tack it right there. I'm focusing on this little area. I'm just going to make sure it's pressed down again. Going to go in with this larger size squeegee, pick up some paste, and get that honeydew on these leaves. My husband picked these colors. I wasn't wanting to do honeydew. I kind of wanted a brighter green, but he thought it would look good. So sometimes honeydews have to be listened to. And so I'm using the honeydew. Haha. Yes, I know, I'm really funny. Look at me concentrating. As you can see, I just picked up the excess from the other area, putting it onto these leaves here. I'm a bit stingy when it comes to products, so anything I can recycle, reuse, refurbish, I kind of like to try to do that. Not that I'm good at it, but it makes me feel better. Hug a tree, people. Okay. Oh, I almost dipped into that one. So I'm going to go ahead and dip in and pull through the buttermilk on these. Looks like I've got good coverage. And we're going to go back up. And like I said, we're going to pull our screen, not stretching it. And voila. This has worked, people. Let me see if I can stand this up. I'm not a video person, so I like it. I'm just going to clean up my board. I did get a little chalk on it. Not a big deal, just a little wet paper towel. Gets that off. And there you have it. Took no time, and it's lots of fun, and my mother can hang this up in her home, and show everybody what her favorite daughter made her. Thanks for sticking with me through this.